Okay. At Berman. Oh, all right, there we are.
Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
He got hurt in the game we did.
Good evening. Welcome into Tornado Alley. We're here with you from Trenton Central High School, the home of the Tornadoes, and getting you ready for high school basketball action here on the WBCB Sports Network. Tonight, the Tornadoes play host to the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs in a big CVC Colonial clash, and we've got it for you on BCB, and great community support to make these games possible. And we thank Bill Redner for putting that together. He is with us tonight. And Bill, we do get a lot of help from the Trenton community, from the high school basketball community here in Mercer County. We love that. It's great to have you with us today. This one is a big game, and we've got some great sponsors making it happen.
Yes, we do. And tonight's game is brought to you in part by Team Toyota, Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, the Revere Restaurant, Gene Bowie, top-notch salesman at Seoka Lincoln, by your New Jersey Education Association. Also by Morrisville Chiropractic, Kaufman Printing, Haldeman Ford, by The Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery and Deli. Also by the City of Trenton and Mayor Reed Gusiora, by your capital area YMCA at 431 Pennington Avenue. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Hyundai of Trenton, Saul Funeral Homes, and Mako at 1460 Prospect Street in Ewing Township.
Well, a big game when it comes to the CVC Colonial. Both teams coming in with 5 wins and just 1 loss. And in talking with head coach Darrell Young of the Trenton Tornadoes, he said that has been part of his motivation all throughout this week for tonight's game.
Well, yeah, and I mean, the winner wins the championship. This is it. This is for all the marbles. And Darrell Young has been pumping his team up, and Matt Stein does not need to pump his team up because this is all too familiar territory for Hopewell. Last year it came down to the final game against Nottingham. The winner of that would win the Valley Division, and Nottingham won a close one. Then Hopewell went to the Mercer County tournament, got in the championship game and lost to Pennington, and then they lost in the state sectional semifinals. So Hopewell came excruciatingly close several times last year, only to come up empty. Now they find themselves right back at a chance to win that elusive CVC title, something they haven't done in a while, and it's going to be interesting. Tonight's interesting for a couple of reasons. For Trenton, they're going to have one of their leading scorers, Juan Sanchez, back. Sanchez missed the last couple games with illness, and he's not only going to provide really strong perimeter shooting, and he can shoot from inside the paint. He can penetrate. He's really good. You know, he can score on a lot of different levels. He also is an on-ball defender, and he can make things tough for Milan Desai, who's Hopewell's leading scorer, and he's got 32 three-pointers. So you're going to want to watch him outside. So that's one storyline to watch, the return of Juan Sanchez. The other is the potential return of point guard Jude Berman for the Bulldogs. Berman got hurt about 5 games ago against Notre Dame. He suffered a high ankle injury, and he's been struggling. He sat out against Lawrence. He will not start tonight. Dean Matruano, the regular 6th man, will start in his place. That's going to be big because Trenton likes to press. You know, Trenton likes to run and run off their press, and they need their ball handler in there, Jude Berman, and they need a guy in there to instruct the offense. So that's really going to be something to watch, Pilgrim.
I mean, the other thing, Trenton maybe with a little bit of a revenge factor last year, the first time in some time that this Hopewell Valley Bulldog team took down the Tornadoes, beating them 71-61. And so, I don't know, that may be on the mind of some of the Trenton Central players out there, maybe Coach Young.
Well, I'm sure it is. A lot of those guys were on that team. A lot of the guys who played for that Hopewell team are gone. This Hopewell team is pretty revamped from last year. But, you know, the ones that were on the bench or regulars, they know how anguishing it was to lose in not one but 2 championship games last year. And I'll give you a comment from Ethan Rich, the center, the Bulldogs center, who, by the way, that's another matchup we'll talk about. But Ethan Rich said in this month's edition of the Hopewell Express, quote, "Last year we had all these chances and didn't get it done. So there's definitely a chip on our shoulder. It was right there. We were so close. Everyone was working so hard. Everyone wants to get it done this year." And, you know, it's only natural. Now, Ethan Rich, that's another matchup to watch. Ethan Rich.
A big guy, great length, 6'6".
Yeah, yep. He's big inside. He's their leading rebounder. Not great numbers, over 5 a game, but, you know, they team rebound a lot. And he's their second leading scorer behind Milani Desai at about 10.5 points. But you're really going to have to pay attention to Kadir Dixon. This guy has been a runaway train over the past month. He's collected, in the last 2 games, he's collected 56 points and 24 rebounds. He comes into this game 7 straight double-doubles. He's got 14 double-doubles for the season, and he's averaging a double-double, 16.2 points, 12.4 rebounds. Bulldogs, they can try and double him, see if that happens, double him in the post. But oftentimes, Dixon just converts offensive putbacks. So they need to get a body on him, try to keep him off the boards, and that's where Ethan Rich is going to come in. You know, you really got to watch that battle underneath. How do you slow down Kadir Dixon, because he's at the top of his game right now?
And when it comes to Dixon, talking about being at the top of your game, it's at the right time of the year as we get ready to wrap up league play. And for the Tornadoes, Coach Young saying, you know, that's our first small-term goal throughout the season, and we mark this as being one of the first things we want to do. So the league is on the line, but also some important power points are up for grabs.
Yeah.
And right now, coming into today's game, we saw some a look at how things are going to break down when it comes to the CVC tournament. Trenton sitting at number 7, Hopewell Valley at number 2. So if the Tornadoes can get a win, they're likely maybe leapfrogging some of those teams because they're really close to the 6, the 5. All those teams are right around the 180 mark when it comes to the power points. So some important power points also on the line for the Tornadoes.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, West Windsor North leads the way, 22.464, and then Hopewell is second. Now, this is just, we're talking about power points among CVC teams, not in their respective set groups. And then Hopewell's right behind, 21.73, and then Lawrence. Notre Dame, as you mentioned, they're 5th, 18.6. Hightstown, 18.5. Trenton, 18.0, and then there's a couple numbers after that. You're right. Trenton could get, this could be a big win for them. This could also be a big win for Hopewell with Trenton being a Group 4 school. So, you're playing for your power points for both the CVC tournament and the state tournament. I think they're trying to get, I don't know where Hopewell is in Group 3. I don't think they're number 1. But I think West Windsor North doesn't matter for this game. But, so, I mean, there's a lot riding on this. And, game Saturday will also count toward the state, but I don't think they count toward the CVC, right, Billy? Is that what
I believe, according to Kyle, that tonight's the last night where games count towards the CVC.
Yeah. Looking forward to Saturday, though. Ewing, Pennsbury, and then Robbinsville and Lawrence will have the back-to-back games on the WBCB Sports Network. The first game begins around 1:30. We'll have that Bucks County, Mercer County matchup as the Pennsbury Falcons are coming across the river for that ball game. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to this one tonight. Trenton Central hosting the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs boys basketball action. We get it started in just a little bit.
And this is the Trentonian pregame show. Don't forget you can read about this game with Rich Fisher, Kyle Franco, and a lot of people.
Greg Johnson.
Greg's
Johnson. Covering the game tonight.
All right. Well, Greg is a great guy, and he's being honored by the Delaware Valley Football Hall of Fame with the Tony Persic Kelly Award.
Yes, he is.
An award that I was beholden enough to receive many, many moons ago.
Well deserved, my friend. That wasn't that many moons ago. A couple, 2-3 years ago.
Congratulations to Greg Johnson on that. Congratulations to Trentonian area readers, because I want to tell you folks something. Today, we know the newsprint media isn't doing that well, but the Trentonian is thriving. And you people here in Mercer County are so lucky to have a paper that prints 7 days a week, didn't go all digital, and they have their own bylines, their own writers from L.A. Parker.
L.A. Parker in the house.
Yes, L.A. Parker covering local news, and no one does it better than L.A. Parker. No one does sports better than the Trentonian Sports Department, headed by Kyle Franco, your sports editor. No one does Princeton or Ryder better, and no one does high school sports better than Joe O'Gorman, Rich Fisher, and Greg Johnson, and Rick Fortenbaugh when it comes to wrestling. This is the Trentonian pregame show. We'll be back with starting lineups right after these words.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Hi, I'm Gene Bowie of Seoka, Lincoln of Lawrenceville. I'm a longtime Trenton resident and supporter of Trenton Youth Athletics. And if you're in the need of a new or pre-owned Lincoln or any other pre-owned vehicle, please visit us at Seoka, Lincoln of Lawrenceville, 2920 Brunswick Pike, Lawrenceville, New Jersey. And we hope to see you real soon.
Your vehicle is in good hands at Haldeman Collision, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They do it all at Haldeman Collision. Minor dents and dings, bumpers, windshields, major body, and frame damage. Free estimates, 24-hour towing, most insurance accepted, and loaners available. Haldeman Collision works with all makes and models. They'll go out of their way to getting your car back in brand new condition. Haldeman Collision, conveniently located 20 minutes from Langhorne, Princeton, and Ewing on Route 33 in Hamilton Township.
Hi, I'm Gene Bowie of Seoka, Lincoln of Lawrenceville. I'm a longtime Trenton resident and supporter of Trenton Youth Athletics. And if you're in the need of a new or pre-owned Lincoln or any other pre-owned vehicle, please visit us at Seoka, Lincoln of Lawrenceville, 2920 Brunswick Pike, Lawrenceville, New Jersey. And we hope to see you real soon.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. Tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
All right, welcome back to Tornado Alley. Hopewell Valley Bulldogs getting introduced. Cooper Breiler along with Dean Machuano, Milan Desai, Kyle Yadamick, and the 6'6" senior center Ethan Rich taking the floor for Hopewell Valley Bulldogs under head coach Matt Stein. And here come your Trenton Tornadoes coming in with a 10-9 record, but fighting tonight for the CVC Colonial Division title.
Yeah, one of the things we're going to watch tonight, Trenton is going to try to speed Hopewell up. Hopewell likes to sort of, run that offense, work it around, get everybody some touches. And, Trenton really would like, if you look, Hopewell's held like 7 opponents under 40 points this year. Now, a lot of that has to do with good defense, but a lot of it has to do with controlling the pace of the game, so teams don't get that many opportunities. Trenton, of course, will try to press, try to get some fast breaks, and try to make this game faster than Hopewell would like it to be.
Tornado starters Thomas Munoz, along with Juan Sanchez, Kadir Dixon, Ave Ingram, and Caleb Smith. And throughout the game, we'll be hearing from famous PA man Freedom Green.
Darren Freedom Green.
The cry of freedom.
And you know what the pride of Valentine's Day is? The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Get those Valentine's Day reservations in now. Call 609-882-6365 for a taste of Italian cuisine second to none. From Little Italy at Mulberry Street to 10th and Catherine in South Philly, you'll find none better than what is served at the Revere, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. Opening tip-off brought to you by the Revere Restaurant, right there on River Road, 802 River Road in Ewing Township, off of Route 29. For Valentine's Day reservations, call 609-882-6365. And here for your play-by-play of tonight's game is Chris Ermer.
Thank you so much, Bill. Colonial Valley division on the line here tonight.
How about these Trenton uniforms, the yellow uniforms? Haven't seen this before.
Hey, you want the high, you got the high.
Yeah, maybe they've worn them, but this is the first time I've seen them.
I actually saw them watching a game we were doing.
wearing the yellow uniforms.
Yep.
Well, they get a turnover on the first Hopewell Valley possession. As we're just underway tonight, great to have you with us on WBCB. Tornadoes hosting the Bulldogs, and it's a drive by Dixon. Doesn't get the finish, and the ball goes out of bounds. And they're going to say that's last off of Hopewell Valley, so we'll stay down here.
You know, not only has Kadir Dixon been playing well, he's been playing hard. He's just relentless.
And there he gets the inbound. Give him the bucket and a trip to the line.
Yeah.
Strong take there by Kadir Dixon.
Well, he's an inside force. The other night against Pennington, he hit 6 threes, career high, and he also got fouled on a three-pointer and made all 3 of those points.
Completes the three-point play at the line. And, yeah, showing off his strength right there is streaking up the floor is Breiler. He goes coast to coast, doesn't get the finish, gets his own miss, though. Second chance goes off the bottom of the backboard. And here's Juan Sanchez with the dribble, gets it poked away, stolen. Machuano gets it over that time to Berman, or excuse me, Yadamek can't get the finish, and the ball bounces out of bounds, and Bill Redner's got to make a play.
Nice play by Billy, sort of.
And the Tornadoes will inbound, 7:02 to go, first quarter. Chris Irmer with Rich Fisher, Makai Gundy, our video engineer, Bill Redner alongside with Matt Matrali, our director, Ethan Collins and Johnny Edwards, our camera guys. It's another steal, and this time Machuano finishes to put the Bulldogs on the scoreboard.
Well, Hopewell's doing to Trenton what Trenton wants to do to Hopewell, getting a couple of steals off the press and turning them into layups.
And right here, Tornadoes now in that half-court set, and they're playing a slowed-down game. Up top, Munoz.
We're in a bizarro world.
With an easy dribble.
Well, Trenton
Everything
does,
topsy-turvy.
Trenton does, when they don't break, they do like to set it up.
Sanchez takes it into the paint, drives the left side of the lane, and banks it off glass and good.
I think that was Munoz, not Sanchez.
Munoz with the bucket there. Rich sends it over to Breiler.
Munoz is a guy they want to get going, too. He hasn't been scoring a lot. They need him. Nice
Bounce it
pass.
inside to Machuano. He finds Rich. And Ethan Rich drops that one through.
Well, Machuano is taking Berman's place in the starting lineup, and he looked like a point guard there.
Sanchez holding out on the wing, up top to Munoz. Flashes the victory signal, and Tornadoes get into an action. Another half-court set for Trenton Central. Ingram with the dribble up top. Hopewell Valley with man defense, but bounce it inside to Dixon. Dixon out to Ingram. Little two-man game. Ingram now picks up the dribble, tries to get it inside to Dixon, and it's poked away, taken away by the Bulldogs. And they quickly get to action. Machuano directing traffic. Dixon almost gets it from him. Machuano holds on, though. They send it into the corner. 3 on the way. Not that time, and Dixon cleans up the miss. And launches a 3. Transition 3 for Kadir Dixon.
He is feeling it from outside lately. Well, he's listed as a guard. You know, he is a guard, but he rebounds like a forward.
And a foul there. They get Munoz, who was up top guarding Yadamek. Now midway through the first quarter, and just one team foul apiece so far. Again, CVC Colonial title on the line tonight. Both teams coming in 5-1 when it comes to league play. Hopewell Valley with a better overall record. Poked away as they try to get it out to Breiler, and they're going to say it's off of Breiler, and Tornadoes take it away.
think it's Breeler, Chris.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Breeler.
At least I think.
Munoz with a drive. Nice drive, no finish. And then poked away there from Jaharis Ramos. But last touch by the Bulldogs, so we'll stay down here. 3:55 to go, first quarter. Into Dixon. Quick catch and shoot. Jumper no good, but gets the rebound. Kicks out to Ingram. That's no good. And the Tornadoes with another opportunity. Ingram over to Ramos. Ramos has it stolen. In transition, Breeler with the bucket.
I'll tell you what, that guy, he's a heck of an athlete, is Cooper Breeler. His brother Cole is going to Stanford to play football. Cooper's a good football player, only a sophomore.
Inside there, Ingram with some work as he gets that one up and over the defensive Ethan Rich and gets his first bucket tonight. Drive there by Breeler. A little too strong. Hopewell Valley with a second chance. Rich for three. Another Bulldog offensive rebound.
Yeah, Yadamick grabbing him.
Machuano called for the double dribble.
Two offensive rebounds by Yadamick there. Kicked them out both times. Here comes Jude Berman, so we'll keep an eye on him and see how he's able to negotiate things with that ankle injury, high ankle injury.
Capital City Cancer Classic this weekend. Annual basketball showcase. We're going to have it on WBCB on Saturday. We're at Robbinsville. Game one is the Ewing girls and North Burlington. That's at noon. And then we'll join you for the Ewing boys and Pennsbury at 1:30. And Lawrence boys and Robbinsville for game number 3. We'll have both those games back to back. Slipping is that Dixon or Ingram?
Dixon.
Also on Saturday, we have the Hamilton-Nottingham game.
Some of the proceeds for that action going to go to charity. So some great games, a worthy cause. Hope to have you with us on Saturday. Tornadoes up 10-6 here as we get down to the final 2 minutes of quarter number 1. Rich to Machuano. And Ingram comes in with the steal and the slam.
Well, that felt good for Avi Ingram.
His second bucket of the first quarter puts the Tornadoes up 12-6 with 1:57 to go. Timeout on the floor.
Mercer County, have you heard the news? Kaufman's Printing now offers same-day services on most orders. Posters, banners, t-shirts, sport uniforms, and so much more. Mention WBCB Sports. Get 10% off your orders. Contact Kaufman's Printing at info@kaufmansprinting.com. That's info@kaufmansprinting.com. And don't forget, one of the stars of the game gets a nice bag, a Nike sports bag from Kaufman's Printing, along with a hoagie from the Italian People's Bakery and Deli. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by your mayor of the city of Trenton, Reed Gusiora, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all the students in the Trenton public school system the best of luck this school term, and go out and support your Tornadoes.
All right, here is Jude Berman now entering the game. Coming in into tonight's action off of an injury, and they double team him, and the Tornadoes take it away. Sanchez holds up top as Coach Young gives him some instructions. Sanchez fires away and misses the mark, goes out of bounds. Back to the Bulldogs with 1:28 to go first quarter.
You won't miss the mark when you pick up your copy of the Trentonian tomorrow, or go to Trentonian.com for the latest sports news.
Berman hands off to Breeler. Machuano takes it from the wing, drives. There's some contact there, no whistle. Rich fires away up top. His three comes off the front of the rim, and Sanchez races it up the floor. Out on the wing, Dixon, but that little jump is a walk and a turnover.
Yeah, Dixon getting called for travel, and one time he slipped, and then in that one I guess he just drugged the foot a little bit.
Gave a little hop step as he tried to, I don't know, have a burst there as we're down under 1 minute to go first quarter. Machuano for three. Comes up short. Ramos with the rebound. Gets it over to Ingram.
I'll tell you what, Ramos has made a good impact since coming in. That's 3 boards for him already.
Ingram dribbles around Berman, takes a little bit of a bump and gets the whistle. So that foul on the floor. First one on Jude Berman, again coming off the bench here and coming off of injury. Giving it a go tonight against the Tornadoes. Ramos to inbound, gets it to Ingram. Like, had a little bit of a clear out there against his defender. Officials letting him play tonight as we're down to a half minute to go first quarter. Ingram likes that matchup, goes right around. Yadamick gets it poked away, gets it right back, sends it into the corner. Up top, Sanchez with the drive. He loses the handle, and here come the Bulldogs the other way. Up the floor to Yadamick, over to Rich. 3 for Desai, not that time, and Dixon cleans up the miss. Coast to coast, off glass, not quite. End-to-end action, a second to go, and that foul is going to come just before the whistle, or just before the buzzer.
Caleb Smith, I think it's called for it, and that's brutal when the quarter's winding down and you're not sure what that shot's going to do, and then you foul him. Was that a 3? Is he going to get 3 shots here?
Yeah, that was a 3-pointer. And so Desai at the line will get 2 more.
Well, Trenton's done a good job on Desai so far. He only had 2 shots.
The time has expired in the first quarter. So this final free throw will bring us to the end of quarter number 1 here from Tornado Alley. Tornadoes in front by 4 as Desai hits 2 out of 3 from the line. High school hoops on WBCB with the Tornadoes in front 12-8 after the first quarter.
Morrisville Chiropractic provides quick and effective pain relief through natural healing. At Morrisville Chiropractic, 632 Crown Street, they pledge to make you, the patient, part of their chiropractic family. Folks, it's right across the river from Trenton High School, 20 minutes away, right across the Calhoun Street Bridge on Crown Street. Dr. Paglione will get you feeling better, neck and pain relief. Morrisville Chiropractic will also improve your overall health. Proper chiropractic treatment equals better health, so you can enjoy to do the things you like to do. Morrisville Chiropractic, 632 Crown Street on the corner of East Trenton Avenue, opposite the Morrisville Shopping Center, right across from the Calhoun Street Bridge. Open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 till 1 and 3 to 6. Tuesdays, 1 till 6. Visit MorrisvilleChiropracticCenter.com. Matt Paglione, Dr. Paglione's son, doing a terrific job in his second year as Director of Athletics here at Trenton High School. Speaking of Trenton High School, I'd like to thank the staff, Matt and his staff and the camera people under the direction of Alvin Francis, who do such a tremendous job in helping us with our video streams.
And as Bill said, tonight's game also brought to you by Mayor Reed Gussiora, who hosts our Trenton Today show, which happens right here from Trenton Central High School in their digital audio lab as Dixon gets it on the wing, fires away, and knocks down a 3.
Great ball movement by Trenton there. Ball never hit the ground. They just passed it around quick, and Dixon wide open.
His second 3-pointer. So he's got 2 threes and a 3-point play so far. And right there, Desai extends, tries to scoop that one up with the right hand. The shot comes up short, but he gets the whistle and a trip for 2 at the line.
Yeah, like I just said, in the first quarter, Desai he only shot the ball 3 times if you count the one he was fouled on. But, he's their leading guy. He's the guy they want to score. I know he's not going to force shots. But
Desai heating up at the line. Now he hits 3 of his last 4 free throws and helped to keep the Bulldogs in this one right now. Doesn't get the bounce on that one, and Munoz will bring it up the floor for the Tornadoes.
This is being played at Trenton's or at Hopewell's pace so far, that's for sure.
Hopewell's pace, but still the Tornadoes up a half dozen.
yeah. Yeah, I think he'll take the lead over the pace. But
and right there, Munoz taking a little air out of the ball, and then Berman gets the steal, races it up the floor, but has it poked away before he can go up for a lay-in. Ingram doing some work, and Desai pokes it away. Berman with the speed and quickness. Easy layup for Hopewell Valley, and they're happy to have Jude Berman back in the mix.
I'll tell you what, Hopewell has shown some quick hands on defense. That's about the 4th or 5th time they've just either tipped a pass and gotten a steal or tipped the ball away from the dribbler and gotten a steal.
Dixon across to Sanchez, and up top now Munoz working against Yadimic, picks it up. Sends it back up top. Sanchez getting that offense moving. And with 6:17 to go, a foul away from the ball. Offensive foul on Trenton Central.
Speaking of the Trentonia, we missed in not mentioning Red Birch. Covers all the girls' basketball in the Trentonian. So make sure you stay on top of girls' hoops with Red Birch.
First foul for Marquise Dowling. Second team foul for the Tornadoes in the second quarter. Up top, Rich with it. They haven't really been able to establish inside position with Rich, and there is Desai, drives, uses that arm to try to clear out Ingram, and is whistled for the offensive foul. So 2 minutes gone in the second quarter.
That's
and
2 on Desai. Got to watch that. One thing about Hopewell, they don't go real deep. They have a steady 6 and a few other guys that rotate in, but
there's Kadir Dixon. And continuing to pour it on.
This guy is just unconscious lately. My goodness.
Makes it 18-11. And they get it into Berman. Now you see the Tornadoes applying that pressure as Berman over midcourt. Up top to Rich. Gives it right back to Berman. Berman takes contact, and as he does, throws a last-minute prayer up there. But they will say it's a shooting foul and give him a couple at the line. So
Capital Area YMCA, 431 Pennington Avenue, introduces martial arts for all ages at the Capital Area YMCA, 431 Pennington Avenue.
Coach Young trying to plead his case that it wasn't a shooting foul, but Berman at the line.
Yeah, surprisingly he lost
pulls
that
him closer.
argument. Surprisingly he lost that argument. Nice follow-up.
Follows up the miss, but can't get the touch off the glass, and then it's last off of Dixon, so it'll stay with the Bulldogs with 5:14 to go. Second quarter, checking in for Desai is Cooper Breeler. Berman will put it in play, sends it up top to Yadimic. Yadimic sends it right back to Rich. And Rich doing a little bit of dancing. Tornadoes wanted to see a traveling violation, but instead it's another bucket for Ethan Rich.
Yeah, I hope I'd like to see a little more of that. Rich has a really nice touch around that basket.
Munoz bounces to Sanchez. He fires away from the corner, no. And Breeler with the board. Little hesitation drive by Breeler, and he gets the touch off the glass. Great finish. And it's a 2-point game. Tornadoes in front. Munoz dribbles up top. Ingram now holds on the wing, tries to send it into Kadir, but pass was off the mark, nearly goes out of bounds. Kadir Dixon saves it in, but saves it to Breeler. And Berman, little spin move, but got out of control. Munoz in transition. That was out of control, and Yadimic with the steal.
Oh, look out.
Right there. Mantua almost wasn't looking for that pass. Looked like he stepped on the end line.
It
His
doesn't
pass
matter.
taken away. Munoz
Holy cow.
behind the back to Ingram. A little too strong.
Well, that
And
got
goes
a little,
out of bounds.
That got a little ragged there. Both ends.
Up and down action as we're midway through the second quarter. And the Tornadoes clinging now to a 2-point lead. Checking in for them is Jaharis Ramos.
Yeah, we said Hopewell wanted to control the pace, but they've actually been pushing the ball a little bit. I mean, they can run if they have to. They have the guards that can do it, but I'm a little surprised that they don't want to slow it down a little bit more.
Right there, testing point guard Jude Berman with a little bit of pressure. Now the handoff, and nice ball movement by the Bulldogs. Breeler drops it off to Rich.
There you see that touch by Rich. So smooth.
And we are
Little
even at
one-hand
18.
roll.
Freedom Green, like in that Bulldog bucket, said, give me some popcorn.
Yeah, Freedom. One thing about Freedom, he improve. He likes it when either team does something good.
Driving left, Sanchez off the back rim, no. Rich with the rebound for the Bulldogs, and here they come. Mantua racing it up the floor.
Wow.
Impossible angle, and gets it to go.
That's twice now. They've hit from really weird angles because when Rich hit, he looked like he was underneath the basket when he finger rolled that in, and that was almost the same kind of thing, except further out.
It looked like he was out of control, but gets it to go, and it's a big run for the Bulldogs, putting them in front 20-18. Again, CVC Colonial title on the line tonight.
9 straight points now for Hopewell.
Munoz there with some nifty dribbling.
Yeah, he's not getting much done. Hey,
bounces over to Sanchez, and Sanchez calls an action, but then his coach calls timeout with 2:24 to go.
Yeah,
second quarter, Bulldogs up 20-18.
Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. Hyundai of Trenton has the inventory, including a huge selection of pre-owned certified vehicles. No market adjustments on any car in stock. Get an extra $1,000 rebate trade-in value towards any new vehicle. Hyundai of Trenton will even buy your vehicle, even if you didn't purchase it there. Fast payment, top dollar paid for your car. Hyundai of Trenton, car buying made simple, and the area's fastest growing dealership, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township.
I forget what I was going to say. I know I had something to say, but I forget what it was.
Maybe it was going to take a test drive at Hyundai of Trenton.
Maybe. I think I was just going to say I don't think Pup liked the way that offense was starting to move over there and wanted to call the timeout. I don't think he liked the way things were setting up.
And talking about taking a test drive, sometimes you got to turn things around. And tonight felt like the Bulldogs really started to turn things around once Jude Berman got back on the floor for them. Again, he's been injured, but as their point guard, you really count on that composure. And he's provided some quickness and some big plays.
He did. He's out now, but
nice ball movement that time as Ramos passes across the lane, and Marquise Dowling with the reverse lay-in. Ties us up at 20.
That's what you like coming out of that timeout.
Some good action there by the Tornadoes.
That foul on Rich is first. Berman out of the game now. I'm not sure how much pounding his leg can take. Guess we'll find out.
Well, Dowling unable to put the Tornadoes in front. And the Bulldogs bounce up top to Rich. He gives to Mantua, who gives it right back to him, out to Desai. Nice closeout there. Sends it over to Yadamick. He fires away, no, but the Bulldogs clean up the loose ball. Bouncing, it looked like out of control. Up and under shot that time. Breeler can't hit. Here comes Kadir Dixon and one. Juan Sanchez flies down the floor. And he gets the bucket and a trip to the stripe.
Well, I can't say anything. I didn't see it. I was writing down something.
Well, we talked about typical Trenton Central basketball, and you saw it right there, that big transition bucket. No hesitation for Juan Sanchez.
That's 2 quick fouls on Ethan Rich.
Sanchez a little short there. Now Desai walks it up the floor. Out to Mantua. Tornadoes trying to trap at the corners. Mantua looked like he took a shot off the face, and the Bulldogs take timeout.
Yeah, Matt Stein was screaming for a timeout.
Well, he saw players looking like they were a little bit out of control, and he said, let's slow it down, talk it over. 1:25 to go here in the second quarter. Stay with us after the game. We'll have our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. And a big thanks also to Kaufman Printing. They passed along cool, like a sport
Nike
bag. It's got a water bottle in there too.
Right.
So looking forward to that. Our Italian People's Bakery player of the game, but this one hanging in the balance. It's been a great first half. Got more action for you again over the weekend. We hope to have you with us, and if you are able to support the cause, it's the Capital City Cancer Classic, the annual basketball showcase. Game 1, the Ewing girls take on North Burlington. It all happens at Robbinsville. That first game at noon. And then we'll have the Ewing boys taking on the Pennsbury Falcons at 1:30, and Lawrence and Robbinsville for game number 3. And it all goes to a great cause. Looking forward to that on Saturday here on the WBCB Sports Network. Sanchez takes away the pass and finishes at the other end. And the Tornadoes up by 4.
Well, that's what Trenton likes. We said it before.
Mantua around a defender, and he gets the bucket and the whistle.
I'll tell you what, every time one team throws a punch, the other team comes back with a response. They're blow for blow here.
It's a good game.
Well, Coach Young likened this matchup to a heavyweight fight, and they say, you know, fights are made from styles, and talked about how the Tornadoes like the pressure and they want to make sure to limit the possessions. And then when this game opens up, it looks quite the opposite. It was the Tornadoes with the half-court sets as they walk it up the floor. And we've seen both teams kind of trade moments where they wanted to slow things down and pick up the pace. And what's this about? Looking to check in Ingram.
I don't know.
And they did not get the substitution, or they got the wrong guy. Yeah, Ramos on the floor. They need one more. Yeah, there he is.
Substitution penalty.
At halftime, we'll have Kyle Franco with us as he'll talk with Bill Redner about the CVC tournament and how this game is kind of sizing up here today. Up top now, Dixon holds as we're down to a half minute. And again, the Tornadoes slowing down the action, looking for maybe the final shot of the first half. Dixon holds, and Rich not giving him a lot of space, but
Nope, that's who you want to have the ball, though. Well, now it's got it to Sanchez, back to Dixon.
Dixon puts it on the floor, drives, had it poked away. Rich and Desai combined for the takeaway. Desai with a spin move, but he traveled. And that brings us to the end of the first half. Got a good one going. Trenton Central 24, Hopewell Valley 23.
Nonetheless, even though he didn't convert on that layup, big defensive play to slap it away and stop Dixon from, increasing this lead. So now it's just a 1-point game.
All right, stay with us. We'll be back in just a little bit. We'll take a look at first half stats and scoring, and we'll talk with Kyle Franco here as we got high school hoops from Tornado Alley. It's Trenton Central in front 24-23 on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
All right, back here at Trenton Central High School, Tornadoes in front of the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs 24-23. We'll take a look at first half scoring and stats with Rich Fisher in just a moment. But first, we got Kyle Franco with us. We want to talk a little journalism, a little high school hoops.
Sports director of the
Trentonian.
Chris, you know, it's besides just the sports, I mentioned in the pregame show, I don't think the people in the Delaware Valley, especially here in Mercer and Bucks counties, appreciate what the Trentonian does for our community and brings to our community. As Kyle, as you're very well aware of, being a sports editor, being in print journalism, it's like AM radio today. They're a dying breed. We've got to reinvent ourselves and do different things such as video streaming. You guys are in the community covering events, printing 7 days a week when other people are just doing digital stuff. It's a credit to you and your staff.
Yeah, look, and I think it's still important to, you mentioned it being part of the local community, because I still think as a local news outlet, that's where your bread is buttered, and that means you got to go out and you got to cover local high school sports, because where else are these, kids getting that kind of
exposure?
Yeah, exposure and coverage, right? That's what you have at the local level that is unique, that a larger outlet does not have, is that you have that access day to day to these kids and these programs, and you get a chance to tell their stories, which I think is something that's pretty cool.
Well, you guys do it and you immerse yourself in the community. Chris, it's very rare where you see reporters at games. The Trentonian has writers, Red Birch covering the girls, Rick Fortenbaugh doing wrestling, softball. You, not just doing high school, but no one else covers Princeton and Rider like you personally do. And that's an asset to you. I mean, you're providing coverage for those universities. They aren't going to get anyplace else.
It's funny because, it's like, I just feel like you would treat that the same way you would if you were covering Rutgers or Seton Hall or whomever it may be. If that's what your assignment is, you treat it with respect. You treat it like it's the top thing, and that's always what I've tried to do. Whether it's the high school basketball, high school soccer, college hoops, and I love you know me. I love college hoops. I'm a college hoops junkie. I love mid-major college basketball. There's always a lot of great stories. Princeton's got a really good team this year. We'll see what happens in the Ivy League. Got a huge game against Yale on Friday night.
There's probably thousands of examples, Kyle, but it's kind of awesome to share in the excitement when you see a Trenton athlete do some big things on a huge stage, like Jair Brown being in the Super Bowl for the 49ers, or a Thing Mo, who is a gold medalist right here from Trenton. And like you said, you guys get to share those stories through the Trentonian.
It's probably one of my favorite things about this job is that when there's a kid you cover in high school and he or she goes on to play in college, and then if they're one of the elite few, go on and play in the pros. And I know everybody here in Trenton was rooting for Jair Brown in the Super Bowl last year. They were super excited when he picked off Patrick Mahomes. It's funny. I came back and I was doing some photos when he was here with Pop Sanderson for the Education Outweighs Them All clinic in the summer, and his mom called was there, and I went over. I was chatting with his mom and Sharon Grady for a little bit, and his mom said she has the ball from the Super Bowl when he picked off Patrick Mahomes.
That's awesome.
And her goal this year was to try and get Mahomes to sign the ball. I don't know if she accomplished that, but I remember her telling me that story when I saw her this summer when he was back here doing the camp. And he always comes back and he does that kind of stuff to make sure he gives back to the Trenton community, which is super important.
That's awesome
as well. When guys do that, you don't forget where you came from.
Well, Kyle, you guys do a great job, not just sports-wise, but even having L.A. Parker covering the community politically, what's going on in your towns, and Jeff Edelstein. I mean, you guys really are there from just do a really great job journalistically, and hats off to you.
I think LA's in the house tonight, too.
I know, right? Yeah, he's a basketball fan, that's for sure.
The other thing that, this Trenton Central High School, we get a little idea of what goes on here through the high school athletics, but we get into their digital audio. I mean, there's so many great opportunities for the students at Trenton Central High School, and that's also something you guys get to share through the Trentonian.
Yeah, it is, especially, and there's always the stories of, Trenton, you always hear this and that about Trenton, but there's so many great kids that come out of here and go on to do great things that are examples of what you can do if you put your mind to it and you're willing to work. Those opportunities are there for you, and nothing makes me smile more than when you get a kid from Trenton High, who comes through here and puts in the work, and then it goes on to be successful.
Well, Kyle, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget you can read about this game with Greg Johnson tomorrow in the Trentonian. Greg, the recipient of the Tony Persicelli Award.
There must have been a running out of people.
Congrats to him. Rich Fisher's going to come right over and do the first half stats, so we'll give the headset over to him and pass it along. We're here at the half with the score, Trenton High 24 and Hopewell Valley 23, and we go from one reporter to the next reporter because when it comes on site and on scene, it's nobody better than our color commentators from the Trentonian. It's Rich Fisher.
Oh, are we doing the stats now?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay, here we go. I don't know if I can follow and act like Kyle, but I'm going to try. All right, for Hopewell.
Give us your best Franco.
I got to make my voice a little higher. For Hopewell, leading scorer Dean Manchuano with 7. Ethan Rich has 6. Cooper Breeler with 4. And Milan Desai and Jude Berman with 3 points apiece. The Bulldogs they're shooting 9 for 20. They shot 6 for 8 in that second quarter. 9 for 20 for the game, 5 for 8 from the foul line for the game. For the Tornadoes, what else is new? Kadir Dixon leads the way, 12 points. Juan Sanchez with 4. Alvi Ingram with 4. Marquise Dowling's got 2, and Thomas Munoz has 2. Tornadoes shooting 9 for 18. They were 4 for 7 in that quarter. So both teams shot well in that second quarter. Turnovers have been an issue. Well, anyhow, Trenton 9 for 18 from the field, 1 for 3 from the foul line. Kadir Dixon has all 3 of the game's 3-pointers so far. Turnovers big in that first half. 11 for Hopewell, 10 for Trenton. A lot of that had to do with really good defense. So a lot of, it wasn't a lot of unforced throw the ball away. It was like a lot of quick hands, getting in the passing lanes.
Yeah, the active hands down
there. Picking the guy's pocket and everything like that. Rebounding, Trenton leads just 12-10 in the rebounding situation. So pretty much the stats are as even as the score itself. Trenton had the biggest lead at 18-11. Hopewell went on a 9-0 run to take its only lead. And now it's a 1-point game with Trenton up at halftime.
Interesting to see how Jude Berman reacts after the break. Again, coming in off of an injury. You get active, you get warmed up, and now you have a time where things cool down a little bit. Sometimes that can take a toll, but I expect him to be back out there. I felt like he proved that he was able to move well enough.
Yeah,
I didn't
see any abnormality in the way. Yeah. He's not going to start the half. He's standing up now with the starters sitting on the chairs. But, I can I'm sure he'll be back in. I didn't see anything to think that he wouldn't. And he did. He made some nice plays while he was. I see Billy ready to make some reads. Go ahead, big guy.
No, finish up.
I'm done.
Yeah, it does look like Berman's going to be in to start the second half maybe.
Well, no, he's not going to start the second half. But, the starters are all seated. But he'll be in, I think.
Well, I know one thing you don't have to think about. Visit Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow. Remember, it's Haldeman Ford. Right there on Route 33, a name synonymous with honesty and integrity for over 50 years, celebrating their 50th year in business this year. Say, if your school would like a game or any sport video stream like the one you're watching right now, contact our sports director, Breanne O'Neill, at WBCB1490.com.
All right, back to action. Desai catches the pass, drives the lane, and through some contact, puts the Bulldogs in front 25-24.
Yep, that's just their second lead of the game.
And poked away there, and last touched by Rich, nearly a turnover. You mentioned both teams with their fair share plus of turnovers in the first half.
And again, a lot of that credit to good defense. Sometimes the turnovers are just, careless, sloppy. These have been most of them have been forced turnovers.
And I think both teams also guilty of maybe not valuing the basketball. Nice ball movement there. They get it inside to Caleb Smith, and he gets his first bucket tonight. Tornadoes back in front. On the seesaw to start the second half. Machuano drives, and that shot goes off the bottom of the backboard. They keep it alive. Desai for three. No, another chance for the Bulldogs. They send it into the corner. And now Breeler up top to Yadamick.
Nice pass.
Across the lane to Rich. Thought about pulling the trigger, instead pulls it back down again. Nice pump fake to shed the defender, and Cooper Breeler with an easy lay-in to put the Bulldogs in front 27-26.
You can see these guys are well coached. The way they move the ball, pass the ball around.
Kadir Dixon gives it back to Sanchez. We mentioned Jude Berman coming back for the Bulldogs. Juan Sanchez back here for the Tornadoes, and the game bounces to Dixon, fires away off the back rim. No, Munoz pulls it down, and as he takes it into the paint, takes a bump. It's a blocking foul against Hopewell Valley.
You don't want to leave Dixon alone at that three-point line the way he's been burying them. Ironically, in the last game, I don't know if it's ironic or not, but he had 30 points without a three-pointer. He had 15 field goals and no foul shots. The game before that, he had 26, 6 of them. 18 of those points were on 6 three-pointers, so he can do it a lot of ways.
Tornadoes coming off of a win over West Windsor Plainsboro South, and for the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs, their last game, a 10-point loss to Lawrence as Juan Sanchez dribbles around the defender and scores the basketball. Nice
and that's
job.
What he can do. You got to respect his shot, and if you get up too close,
too quick,
he can penetrate. Yeah.
Rich hands off. A little too strong off the glass, but the Bulldogs, with the offensive rebound, keep it alive. Poked away there by Sanchez, but Bulldogs hold on to it. Reverse lay-in for Breeler. Not quite, doesn't quite get the kiss. And Munoz sends it over to Sanchez, and the Tornadoes take a cleansing breath, and then Sanchez drives. He's a little slow to get up after his drive to the bucket. Underneath there, Breeler puts a shot up for the Bulldogs, and he gets a foul and a trip to the line.
The Italian People's Bakery and Deli, 63 Butler Street, here in the Chambersburg section of Trenton, your Super Bowl headquarters for party trays and Super Bowl hoagies.
Right there on that last drive, you saw Juan Sanchez a little tentative, feeling maybe the injury.
Well, no, he wasn't injured. He was sick. He had an illness. I'm not sure what was wrong, but I don't think it was any,
Right, he came down weird, though, on that last drive.
Well, yeah, maybe that affected him somehow.
Munoz up top sends it out to Sanchez. Holds it over his head, tried to get it to Dixon, and it's poked away. Ethan Rich But he touches it last, so it stays with the Tornadoes. 4:50 to go, third quarter.
So, Billy, good news. We have at least one viewer in North Dakota tonight.
All right.
Oh, nice play.
Nice
by
play
Berman.
there by Jude Berman. Ball about to go out of bounds, and he banks it off of Caleb Smith.
Cooper Breeler's dad came by to say hello to me at halftime and told me his wife, Michelle Breeler, is out visiting family in North Dakota, but she is watching the game. Oh, nice block. He didn't even leave his feet.
Caleb Smith snuffs out that attempt.
He didn't even leave his feet. He just stood there and blocked it. Anyway, hello to Michelle Breeler out in North Dakota.
Yes, hello.
And he
Thank
also
you for
got the
tuning in.
deflection for the Tornadoes right there. So you get the block and the possession.
Well, that's always a key. That's what made Bill Russell so great for the Celtics. He didn't block it out of bounds. He blocked it to where a teammate could get it. I know I'm going way, way, way back.
Munoz there getting some instructions from Coach Young. Sends it out to Dixon on the wing, bounces inside to Ingram, back and forth, and Dixon pulls the trigger, hits another three-pointer for the Tornadoes. They're in front 31-28.
Man, he has just been on a tear.
At the other end,
Whoa.
Jude Berman.
I thought that shot had no chance when he went up. Not only did it go in, he got fouled, put the shot up through the contact.
Yeah, really nice job there to use his body and take the bump, but still extend that arm and get the bucket. And now can tie us up.
Again, punch, counter punch.
And he does.
Dixon hits a three-pointer. Breeler comes back with a three-point play.
Well, great to have you with us. And as PA man Freedom Green said earlier, got to get the popcorn out for this one because we got a good show. Great pass into Sanchez. Sanchez up and under and lays it home.
Sorry, Berman had that three-point play, not Breeler. Sorry about that.
Now Sanchez with the defense there. They get it to Rich. Along the baseline, looking for Desai, and it's picked off by Ingram. Tornadoes with the steal.
Yeah, and Sanchez helped cause that with his ball hawk in there. That he's a 19-point-a-game scorer. Sometimes that overshadows the way he D's up.
Ingram with a little behind the back, dribbling up top. Now they send it up top to Kadir Dixon. Trying to throw it to Sanchez on the wing, but pass off the mark goes right out of bounds. And kind of two players look at each other like, why weren't you there?
We've had that look at times, Chris.
Oh, right there, Berman with the lay-in attempt. Comes up just short. Boy, he has made a difference off the bench tonight for the Bulldogs. Driving.
Sanchez did everything he could to get that shot off.
About 5 pivots there, and now Kadir Dixon to the line, fouled by Breeler. And his night continues. He has been unstoppable so far.
He sure has. Let's see, what is he? 1, 2,
Mercer County, have you heard the news? Kaufman's Printing now offers same-day services on most orders. Posters, banners, T-shirts, sport uniforms, and more. Mention WBCB Sports. Get 10% off your orders. Contact Kaufman's Printing here in Trenton at info@kaufmansprinting.com. That's info@kaufmansprinting.com.
Maybe the only way to slow him down is to send him to the free throw line, but right there, gets 1 of 2.
He is 5 for 8 from the field tonight, 2 for 3 from the foul line.
So he's been good all over the place,
Yeah,
and
he's
also
sitting on 16 points.
been really good from the three-point arc as Yadamick dribbles in, sends it back out to Breeler, gets it back. Those two guys pass it back and forth, and now up top, Jude Berman gets the offense going for the Bulldogs. Tornadoes here packed into a 2-3 zone. Sanchez tips it away and nearly takes it away, but Desai into the corner, 3. Not that time for Berman, and this time the Tornadoes secure it. Sanchez racing it up the floor, and he loses control. Berman to Desai, and Desai takes a foul and gets to the line.
Well, we trumpeted Hopewell before this game as a team that likes to set it up, but they have shown that they can push the ball. No doubt about that.
Milan Desai had some action in the first half at the line. First time back to the stripe for him in the second half of play.
3 for 6 from the stripe right now is Desai. 4 for 7.
And pulls the Bulldogs to within 2. Tornadoes walk it up. Ingram out there with Ramos, sends it to Ramos. Quick catch and shoot, no. Dixon with the miss. Gets it knocked away, but stays with it. Goes back up, takes contact. Another lay-in, end one opportunity for Kadir Dixon.
Yep, again, inside, outside. Dixon is he's a multi-level threat out there. And he just is relentless. His motor never stops. I saw him earlier in the game. He was on one side of the court, and the shot went off the other side of the rim, and he tracked down the rebound.
And there finishes the three-point play. Puts the Tornadoes up 37-32, 1:22 to go, third quarter. Again, winner is the CVC Colonial Division champ. And the Bulldogs got Ethan Rich in a little bit of trouble, and he's called for the walk. Mentioned both teams with their share of first half turnovers. Feels like Tornadoes doing a better job of holding on to the ball, and the Bulldogs.
Well, actually, it might seem that way, but it's not really. The turnovers are tied 3-3 in this quarter. I mean, Trenton's making it tough there. They're knocking balls away that Hopewell is recovering, but they're disrupting the offense.
Oh, Ingram creating some space, drives down the lane, and his shot comes off the back rim. He can't get the finish. Berman coming back the other way. A drive and a finish that time by Mantuano.
By the way, I don't know if we mentioned it, but Milan Desai now on the bench with 4 fouls. And that hurts. I mean, Hopewell can't really afford to lose anybody, but let alone their leading scorer.
Now Sanchez dribbling up top, trying to take a little bit of time off the clock, takes it into the paint, rises up with the jumper, and Sanchez for 2. Here comes Breeler racing down the floor, and as he went up with the shot, a little bit out of control. It goes off of him, out of bounds. And the Tornadoes call timeout. Here as we've reached the end of the third quarter. Here at a 39-34 game, Tornadoes in front by 5 after 3 quarters of action.
Mayor Reed Gusiora, the city of Trenton would like to wish all students the best of luck this school term. Wish the Tornadoes the best of luck on the court tonight. Mayor Reed Gusiora, a proud supporter of Trenton's youth. Don't forget the 4th Thursday of every month at 10:45. We broadcast video stream live at WBCB1490.com. The Trenton Today Show with the Honorable Mayor Reed Gusiora.
All right, I got confused because it was confusing. There's 0.3 of a second. They inbound, and that shot would not have counted. And that brings us to the end of quarter number 3.
We were all confused, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Tornadoes 39, Bulldogs 34. High school hoops on the WBCB Sports Network. And big thanks to the Italian People's Bakery. Join us after the game for our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. Gets a certificate for a hoagie from their signature location, 63 Butler Street. And big thanks to Kaufman Printing as well, passing along a Nike bag and a water bottle, again, for our player of the game tonight.
And don't forget the Italian People's Bakery for your Super Bowl hoagies and hoagie trays. Visit the Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street. They got the potato salad, the coleslaw.
Go Birds.
They got everything you need for your Eagles party at the Italian People's Bakery and Deli, 63 Butler Street, right here in the Chambersburg section of Trenton. The Super Bowl followed by Valentine's Day, followed by more good food from the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. Italian cuisine, second to none. They just simmer their gravies. That's right, they call them gravies, not sauces at the Revere. They simmer on the oven all day long to garnish your homemade pasta dishes. They got the steaks, they got the chops, they got the lamb chops, they got the seafood. They got the complimentary Hoboken bread, great salads, great place to go for Valentine's Day, 802 River Road. Make those reservations now, 609-882-6365.
All right, back to action, fourth quarter with the Tornadoes holding the 5-point advantage against the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. They send it all the way across to Ramos. He puts it on the floor, marked by Ethan Rich, bounces to Dixon, and Dixon lowers the shoulder, and a great play right there by Jude Berman to take the charge.
Absolutely. Showing no fear with that injury. How about Trenton? They are shooting 56% from the field tonight, 15 for 27. Pretty good.
And still this game within reach for the Bulldogs as Berman walks it over midcourt. Tornadoes in this 2-3 zone look. Out to the wing. Breeler looking inside for Rich. It's poked away, last touch by Dixon. So we'll stay down here, but Tornadoes nearly with the steal.
You all right there, buddy?
Hanging in there as they
You're
do
very
get it in.
you're very courteous. I cough right into the mic.
Mantuano there gives it to Berman, and Berman with an over and back as he a little out of control. Good defense there with the pressure by the Tornadoes.
Well, possessions start to become very valuable now. We're down in the final 8 minutes, and especially for Hopewell, trying to come down by 5. Cannot afford that.
Sanchez around Berman, picks it up and sends it back out to Munoz. And Tornadoes certainly have been seeming like they've been limiting those possessions, having their guards work the clock a little bit. Now bounce inside to Kadir Dixon, and Dixon to the line. Foul picked up by Mantuano.
That's only
His first been, as far as fouls have been concerned, this one a clean game.
Except for Jude Berman. I mean,
One
along
guy
the
in foul
side.
trouble.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen either team in the bonus
Not yet.
so far tonight. And Dixon,
That's 21 for Dixon.
good from the line, 41-34, puts his team up 7.
Yeah, Hopewell's got to get a bucket here. Can't let Trenton start really pulling away.
Up top there, Berman working the perimeter. Now Rich, haven't really been able to get him on the post tonight.
No, but they're not panicking, which is good. They're not like saying, we're down 7, we got to shoot it.
Now
know
they
there's
do get
plenty
it to
of
Rich
time.
on the baseline. Nice ball movement, but unable to finish as Berman keeps it alive. It's poked away and picked up by Dixon. Dixon goes coast to coast, and they're going to wave that one off, say the foul came before the shot. And that foul picked up by Ethan Rich. It's his third. So now the Bulldogs in a little bit of foul trouble or foul issues with a couple other guys.
Well, their top 2 scorers, one's got 4 fouls, the other's got 3. Rich also their leading rebounder.
Trying to get it into Caleb Smith, and then Smith, a foul called on Breeler.
These guys are scrappy, I'll tell you, Hopewell. They contest everything.
Smith with a big size advantage right there.
That's the first
Breeler
on
not
Breeler.
intimidated and send it into to Dixon, who hands off to Juan Sanchez.
Well, you talked about the penalty, and Hopewell's not far from it now. They've already committed 3 team fouls with 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, I feel like I jinxed them after saying there weren't many fouls, and then they picked up a couple of quick ones. Dixon now working against Ethan Rich, drives, and he tries to lay that one home, but
I mean,
no shot made, but another trip to the line for our leading scorer tonight.
Dixon, he put his head up. He saw right away that the lane was open to the left, and he did not delay. Just got in there so easily. Dixon came in here with 56 points in his last 2 games. Now up to 21 in this one.
And they're 1 for 2, makes it an 8-point game. And you mentioned it last time the Bulldogs had the basketball. They need to get a bucket here. They can't let the Tornadoes pull too far away here in the final moments. There they get it inside to Ethan Rich, but he gets it taken away, and Sanchez at the other end with the lay-in. And a quick timeout.
Yeah, they need it. Trenton, 5-0 run, 7-0 run altogether, 5-0 to start this quarter. Suddenly it's the biggest lead of the night for the Tornadoes.
And a full timeout for the Bulldogs. And I think the official was trying to get Coach Stein to tell us if it was a 30-second or a full timeout. The official was over there. I almost felt like he might have given him a T. 5:29 to go, fourth quarter, and it's a Tornado 10-point lead here on WBCB.
Capital Area YMCA at 431 Pennington Avenue here in Trenton presents an intro to martial arts for all ages. The Capital Area YMCA, along with the Red Dragon Karate, presents Intro to Martial Arts with Master Ivan Mendez. Classes are Mondays and Thursdays, ages 4 to 10 and 11 to 17. The Capital Area YMCA also has open court basketball weeknights for all ages. There's always something going on at your local hometown Capital Area YMCA, 431 Pennington Avenue in Trenton. For more information, visit capitalymca.org.
Out to Desai on the wing. Back to Desai, quick catch and shoot. And Milan Desai with a three-pointer. Bulldogs needed that. Now some pressure from Hopewell Valley. Tornadoes do a good job with that.
I thought Munoz was going to launch that just there.
But again, I think the instructions are take a little bit of time off the clock. Dribbles around Desai, hands off to Dixon.
I mean, it's not a giant lead at 7 points, but yeah, no need to rush. I mean, I'm sure they're not letting the air out of the ball.
And nearly a steal. They do tip it in, keep it alive for Sanchez. Nice pass across to Munoz. And it looked like Munoz had an opportunity maybe for a lay-in. Instead, sends it back out. Now Ingram up top. And I think they like their ball handling ability, the quickness. They're sending it down low to Sanchez. Sanchez not inclined to shoot.
No, they're not even looking at the basket.
And there's a drive by Ingram. They lulled him to sleep, and then Ingram with a quick burst to the bucket.
Trenton's done a really good job of getting to the basket tonight and penetrating. I mean, they've got those threes from Dixon, but they've also really gotten to the rack well.
Shot off the mark that time, pulled down by Ingram, and Ingram fouled by Breeler. Breeler picks up his fourth.
don't forget the CVC tournament starts next week, so you can visit WBCBsports.com, our website, over the weekend to see what games we'll be covering, and should be an interesting tournament.
We won't forget. Call to remind me, though.
So stays a 9-point game as we're just over the halfway mark of the fourth quarter.
And coming up, as you mentioned, Chris, very worthy event this Saturday, that Capital City Classic that benefits cancer victims.
The Capital City Classic Showcase. And a foul underneath. Dixon fouls Desai.
A couple of misses there at the line. Trenton trying to hold this 9-point lead. You really like to expand it if possible.
Up top, Breeler sees a path to the bucket, takes the opportunity, and that lay-in makes it 46-39.
You got to watch Breeler. He'll get to that hoop, too. He's got 9 now.
Ingram breaking the pressure, sends it to Sanchez. Sanchez looked like he took a little bump underneath, splits 2 defenders, and will get to the line.
Yeah, Breeler with 9 points, and he's the Bulldogs' leading rebounder with 4. Trenton really doing a really good job on the boards in this second half.
And that is going to be the end of the night for Cooper Breeler as he picks up his 5th and has fouled out.
So he's got 5. Desai's got
4.
4. I didn't even notice that Breeler had that many. Guess I missed writing a few down.
And now the Tornadoes are also in the bonus. This one is a shooting foul, but from now on, any foul will put the Tornadoes at the line for a couple of chances. And it feels like if they can hit at the line, that could be the recipe right now to keep the Bulldogs at arm's length.
Yeah, they're sitting in a pretty good spot right now. You got one of the Hopewell's main guys fouling out.
Shooter's bounce there. Nice touch by Sanchez. Gets them both.
You're in the penalty. You got a 9-point lead.
But still a lot of basketball left. 3:21 to go. Sanchez there with the defense. Ethan Rich with the baseline jumper. That's no good. And Kadir Dixon picks it up for the Tornadoes, sends it over to Ingram. Ingram weaving through traffic, drops it off to Dixon, and Kadir Dixon, 2 more.
Pretty pass by Ingram. Everybody converged on him. He just flipped it off, and there was Dixon for another one. That puts him up at 25 points now.
And they do expand
24.
on the lead now. 11-point advantage for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, Hopewell's going to have to come out and maybe try to free Desai up for some 3-point shots here. I mean, I'm not saying shoot threes. If you can get a 2, get one, but 11 points, 2:59 to go.
Again, stay with us. After the game, we'll have our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game, brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street, and Kaufman's Printing. And right now, no question, the player of the game so far has been 6'3" senior guard Kadir Dixon.
Yep, 24 points, 7 rebounds, some nice defense.
Jude Berman dribbling up top, Munoz all over him. Picking up the dribble is Yadimik, and a reach-in foul on the Tornadoes. Who picked that? Sanchez. Ethan Rich checks in for Christian Hyde. And Berman gets the inbound poked away. Caleb Smith won't let him get it to Ethan Rich, who was over there. They get it into the corner to Desai. Desai nearly lost it, throws it into the baseline. Rich for the jumper, no, and Smith with the rebound for the Tornadoes. And 2.5 to go. Munoz bounces to Ingram. Ingram bounces between a couple of defenders, rises up for the shot, and gets himself to the line.
I tell you, Trenton's done a nice job on Rich tonight. He's only got 6 points.
Second of the night here on Jude Berman. And checking back in for Hopewell Valley, Rich to the bench as a 6'2 junior Christian Hyde back on the floor with 2:26 to go, fourth quarter.
Ugh. Ingram's struggling at that foul line tonight, 0 for 4 in this quarter.
Dixon was able to get around his guy, nearly had an offensive rebound right there, but goes off of Dixon out of bounds, and Berman races it up the floor. Working against Kadir, gets a screen, extends with the right hand, and makes this a 9-point game.
Jude Berman playing his heart out.
Sanchez to Dixon, and one. He continues to pour it on tonight. Does that give him 27?
I don't think that. Did they give him at the end? Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, well that gives him 26 right now.
Makes it 52 to 41. And with 2:05 to go, extends the lead to a dozen.
27 points for Dixon.
Berman bounces inside to Hyde, out to Desai. That's what the Bulldogs are looking for. Goes halfway down, but does not stay down for Hopewell Valley, and then bounces out of bounds. Last touched by the Bulldogs, and Tornadoes opting for Ingram to put it back in play with under 2 minutes to go.
83 counting this in this game with some 2 minutes to go.
Right there, no look pass to Dixon, but maybe should have been looking, as that was overshot. And on the drive, we're going to have a foul on the floor, and that is called on Munoz. Still the Tornadoes with a foul to give. Or the next one will put Hopewell Valley in the Bulldogs, in the bonus.
I didn't see
Manchuano for 3.
Manchuano, yes. Tim Coyne texting us to give us the right pronunciation for that name. Thanks, TC.
And timeout on the floor with 1:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Tornadoes holding the 9-point advantage, looking for a CVC Colonial Division title tonight. And for the Bulldogs, somehow they're going to have to mount some type of comeback. Maybe trying to get the Desai to launch some threes.
I'll be at games on Saturday, so call in.
Tonight's game brought to you by the City of Trenton. Thanks to Mayor Reed Gussiora for his support of high school athletics here on WBCB.
Well, Kadir Dixon hit a career high with that 30 against West Windsor South the other day, and he's closing in on that again.
Got 27 so far tonight, leading all scorers, and Tornadoes trying to close this one out, up 9. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs trying to apply the pressure.
Oh, there's a steal.
And they do take it away. Manchuano, but right there had a lay-in, and I think he thought twice about whether he wanted to shoot or pass, and ball just went out of bounds on him. Bounce into Dixon, right back to Ingram, and a quick foul by Hopewell Valley is going to send Ingram to the line. And so far tonight, that's the guy that you want at the stripe.
If you're Hopewell. Ingram been struggling. He's got 6 points, but he's 0 for 4 from the line, so see if he can turn that around.
Big thanks to the crew here, including our video engineer, Makai Gundy.
That's got to make him feel good.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you make that one, and the second one's easy.
Extends the lead to 10. Make it 11.
Nothing but net.
And now the clock, the enemy of the Bulldogs. We're down to the 90-second mark. Manchuano drops it off to Jude Berman, and Berman with a nice reverse layup.
Well, you got to love Jude Berman. He's only a junior. He'll be back next year. He was the point guard last year for that really good team, and back running it this year, and he'll be back next year.
And that's the end of the night for Milan Desai, who fouls out and sends Kadir Dixon back to the free throw line for the Tornadoes.
I think Trenton might have worn down Hopewell a little bit tonight, too. Trenton plays about 7 or 8, 9 guys, and Hopewell they play their first 6 a lot, and he sprinkles a few other guys in, but you take that, and then you take the fact that now they have guys in foul. Well, they had guys playing in foul trouble, and that's tough. Is this Dixon?
Yep. Leading all scorers and adds to his night. He's got 28 as Ramos checks in for Smith.
Well, he has been fun to watch lately, Dixon has.
A great night tonight, doing it from beyond the arc, inside, great defense.
And he's just playing with such confidence. When you see a guy shooting the way he's shooting from the outside, he's confident.
Manchuano loses it. Sanchez had it momentarily, and then it's poked away. Last touched by the Bulldogs, so Tornadoes hold on to it with 1:08 to go.
Well, if they can get it to Dixon and get another point, it'd be back-to-back 30-point games for the big guy.
And they do get it to him.
Well, he's not shooting from there.
The way Hopewell Valley's been fouling, I thought maybe somebody would send him to the line. Instead, tried to send it over to Sanchez, but thrown out of bounds. So the Bulldogs get the turnover. And Manchuano into Berman. Jude Berman takes it to the wing. Dixon meets him right there. Good defense by the Tornadoes. Ramos pulls down the miss, loose on the floor. Who's there? Dixon momentarily. Yadamick comes up with it. Still loose. The Tornadoes. Who's going to come up? Everybody's diving on the hardwood. And a foul is going to be called on Munoz. It'd be a foul on Yadamick, who fouled Munoz and sends him to the line. And Yadamick has his palms up to the sky, wondering how he got the whistle in that fracas.
Just looking at the scoring, we told you it's Dixon with 29. Other big scorers, Juan Sanchez has 14 tonight. So they've done the brunt of it. Ingram with 8.
Munoz 1 for 2 at the line. Makes it 58-46. And with 41 seconds to go, Tornadoes in control. Again, join us on Saturday as we've got a doubleheader of high school hoops. Actually, 3 games going on at Robbinsville for the Capital City Cancer Classic, the annual basketball showcase. It begins at noon with a girls basketball game between Ewing and North Burlington. And then in game 2, we'll join you for the Ewing Blue Devils taking on the Pennsbury Falcons. That game's scheduled to start at 1:30. And game 3 is Lawrence and Robbinsville. And we'll just stay with you. We'll have both the Ewing Pennsbury game and Lawrence Robbinsville action on Saturday. And if you come out to the game, the proceeds benefit a worthy cause. As we're down to a half minute to go, they shovel to Berman. Berman from downtown, no. And it goes off of the Bulldogs.
talked about leading scorers for Trenton, and then Hopewell, Mantuano with 12, Berman with 10 off the bench, Desai with 9.
Bulldogs tonight fighting for a title, and they are just not giving it up as Sanchez sends it across to Ingram. And on the pass, a shove there for Yadamek.
Yeah, Hopewell trying to hang in, but I don't think they have the time left now. I mean, they scrapped, they played hard, but Trenton, let's see this, when Trenton plays well, there's just been too many times this year where Trenton hasn't played as well as it can play. And when it does, it puts together an effort like tonight. And you see what the Tornadoes are capable of, but they have to do this on a consistent basis.
Nate Berman checks in for Jude Berman.
16 now for Sanchez.
Mantuano with a drive. Lay in no good, and then after the play, a little bit of contact, and Ramos taking exception. A little bit of that physicality.
I'll tell you, Trenton has really pounded the boards in this second half. It was 12-10. They out-rebounded them by 2 in the first half, and they out-rebounded them 11-3 in this second half.
And timeout taken by Coach Stein and the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs as Freedom Green leading the cheers here. You want the high? You got the high. Had the crowd going as timeout on the floor with 18.9 seconds. And the Tornadoes poised to win a CVC Colonial Championship and take care of one of their first short-term goals here in the season. Improve their position when it comes to the CVC tournament.
Well, this is...
and see the emergence continue of Kadir Dixon.
What's that? What would you just say?
See how Kadir Dixon has continued to emerge here in these final few games of the season.
Well,
kind of leaning on him now more.
85 points now in 3 games. I mean, what? He is just absolutely on fire, inside, outside.
And I guess that emergence has happened throughout the season, but especially as you've noted, these past 3 games and the 2 games leading into this one, and now tonight, again, a great 29-point performance for our Italian People's Bakery Kaufman Printing player of the game.
26, 30, and 29.
Out to Berman on the wing. Overshoots the mark. And the follow-up is no good. And now Sanchez will dribble out the final few seconds.
Hey, Pilgrim, looks like I'll see you on Saturday, buddy.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, Fish.
You got it, pal. Looking forward to it.
Tornadoes win the CVC Colonial Division with a 61-46 victory tonight over the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. And our player of the game is Kadir Dixon. We'll bring him over in just a little bit. Pass along a certificate from the Italian People's Bakery, a Nike bag from Kaufman Printing for his efforts tonight, and picking up the big win for the Tornadoes. We're coming back to wrap this one up. Tornadoes 61, Bulldogs 46. And we'll be back here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Your vehicle is in good hands at Haldeman Collision, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They do it all at Haldeman Collision. Minor dents and dings, bumpers, windshields, major body, and frame damage. Free estimates, 24-hour towing, most insurance accepted, and loaners available. Haldeman Collision works with all makes and models. They'll go out of their way to getting your car back in brand new condition. Haldeman Collision, conveniently located 20 minutes from Langhorne, Princeton, Ewing on Route 33 in Hamilton Township.
Hi, I'm Gene Bowie of Seoka. Hi, I'm Gene Bowie of Seoka, Lincoln of Lawrenceville. I'm a longtime Trenton resident and supporter of Trenton Youth Athletics. And if you're in the need of a new or pre-owned Lincoln or any other pre-owned vehicle, please visit us at Seoka Lincoln of Lawrenceville, 2920 Brunswick Pike, Lawrenceville, New Jersey, and we hope to see you real soon.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
This headset on, if you would.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology
And just step out just a little
offers
bit,
top-of-the-line
because I
medical
want you to be
grade
looking in this
skincare
camera,
products
basically.
Manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
All right, welcome back to Trenton Central High School. Quadir Dixon is our player of the game. Congratulations on that win. What's that feeling like? I saw you guys taking a team photo celebrating a CVC Colonial victory and division championship tonight.
It feels great. He told us we had something to play for, so we came out and played hard.
And were you motivated right from the start? Coach
Yes, sir.
Young was telling me that he was talking about a CVC Colonial all week with you guys.
Yes, sir.
And how did that motivate you tonight? I mean, you guys had a great night, 29 points. What was working for you? What was it seemed like it started going right away. You started feeling it.
Yeah. We just came out and played hard because we wanted to win something this year because last year, we had a bad year. So we got to start off great this year.
And Coach Young was saying this is your first short-term goal for the year, a Colonial Division Championship. Congratulations on that. How do you guys take this energy and this momentum and launch yourselves now into the CVC tournament, into New Jersey playoff action?
It all starts in practice. We know we have a good practice and we come out and have a good game.
I mean, it seemed like you guys really were able to ratchet up the defense at times tonight and force some turnovers, some active hands for you guys. Big difference. Made a big difference.
That's our style.
Well, congratulations on the win. Quadir Dixon, 29 points. And Rich Fisher was telling me you had 30 points the other night, 26 in the last game. Feels like you're playing your best basketball right now. What's been the key to kind of unleashing this scoring potential?
Just playing hard in practice, getting up more shots in practice, or transferring to the game.
And taking advantage of all the opportunities in those games. Congratulations to Quadir Dixon and to the Trenton Tornadoes on the win tonight. Thanks for being our player of the game and joining us again. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap up activities here as the Trenton Tornadoes beat the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs high school hoops action on BCB. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice job. Enjoy that. A certificate for a hoagie and some other stuff. Thank you. All right, we just play like one spot, and I'll come back and read the billboard and whatnot.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
All right, the Trenton Tornadoes with a 61-46 win over Hopewell Valley, picking up a CVC Colonial Division Championship. And we thank the crew here. Rich Fisher helping to call the game. Makai Gundy, our video engineer. Thanks to Bill Redner for being alongside. Matt Mitrali for doing our directing with Ethan Collins behind our cameras. And Johnny Edwards also doing some camera work for us. Big thanks to the crew. Thanks to you for being with us as well. And our sponsors, Team Toyota, Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, the Revere Restaurant, Gene Bucci of Seoka Lincoln, the New Jersey Education Association, Haldeman Ford, Morrisville Chiropractic, Kaufman Printing, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, along with the City of Trenton, the Capital Area YMCA, and Hyundai of Trenton. One final time, our score from Tornado Alley, Trenton Central 61, Hopewell Valley 46. Thanks for catching some high school hoops tonight on WBCB.